Hello, everybody, and welcome to Major League Baseball's opening day here as we've got the Kansas City Royals facing off against the Minnesota Twins as we open our season here today. It is going to be Zack Greinke facing off against Joe Ryan on the mound, and the series and the season starts today. Here are some preseason projections for this year. Bobby Witt Jr. and Salvador Perez are two players we're really going to lean on offensively this season, it seems. So let's see how close we can get to those projections, and let's see if someone can outperform their projections. As we said, Zack Greinke will be the ace of this team, at least to start the season. He's getting the opening day start. And here are the lineups for today. Bobby Witt Jr. will be the leadoff man for us today, but we will start as the pitching team. So we are going to face Nick Gordon first here. First pitch for Greinke, and it's a ball. Pitch number 2 for Greinke. And that one's a strike, fouled off. Greinke's he's an experienced player. He's a nice player to have, but Gordon's going to get that into right field for a hit. Donovan Solano up next for the Twins. That's outside. Now 2-2. Did he go? No. They say he didn't. Now full count for Solano. And that one's too high for Greinke. He's got himself a little bit of a jam here. 2 runners on. Carlos Correa here. The third batter up as Greinke misses on his first pitch. That one's hit well, but Olivares is going to chase this down at the warning track. Out of left field, and Gordon gets to third base on the tag as well. One down here, and it's Byron Buxton up. A little bit of a graphical glitch there in the show, and that's well hit, but foul. Get lucky with that one. And a full count, and he strikes him out. 2 down. It's the kind of veteran poise that you need for a pitcher, giving up 2 base runners, and Jorge Polanco is going to fly out into center field. That's going to end first for the Royals. Here is Joe Ryan. He had a pretty good season last year for the Twins, so we're going to have to stay patient here. That is one of the main things that we're going to have to do this year. Just let guys throw pitches and see if we can get their starters out. And that nearly hit Bobby Witt there as our leadoff man as he goes 3-0 in 3 pitches. Let's see if Bobby Witt can get on here. And there is a 4-pitch walk for Bobby Witt Jr. Michael Massey is next. Chases the fastball outside. 0-2. And a tapper, and he'll advance the runner at least, but that's the first out. And off goes Bobby Witt Jr. to third base, and he's going to get his first stolen base of the season. Vinny Pasquantino, the batter. Now it's 2-2. Joe Ryan outside. Full count. 3-2. The payoff pitch. 1 out. What does he come up with? Pasquantino's going to get under it, and he's going to be out. And Bobby Witt Jr. is going to tag, and he's going to get a run. Pasquantino's out, but Witt comes home for the first run of the day. Next up is Perez, 0-2 here. That's a bad strikeout for Perez, but we do get a run. Oh, that went over the first baseman's head, and Perez is hustled to second base. That's an error for the catcher. 1-2 to Edward Olivares, and it's softly tapped to the first baseman, and that will end the first. We did get a run. Now let's see if we can protect it. Jose Miranda going to lead off here in the second. Zach Greinke threw 19 pitches in the first, so you want to be careful with Greinke. He is a older pitcher, so you want to be careful with that stamina. And that one's going to get down for a hit again into the right field. Vasquez, that circle change is low. And Greinke gets the double play ball with Massey, and then Pasquantino for the double play, 6-4-3. Max Kepler, 1-2. And it's a soft tapper. Pop up, and Greinke will take care of it. That'll end the second. No runs on the board yet for Minnesota. And Reyes strikes out. Second strikeout for Joe Ryan. 1-1 here for Nicky Lopez. And he's going to get a pop-up here. 2 out. 2-2. And he struck him out. Dozier with a bad strikeout. And there's the end of the second. Joey Gallo is up. And he chased, and he struck him out. Second strikeout of the day for Zach. 33 pitches for Zach Greinke. As Donovan Solano is going to hit one into the left center gap, but Waters is going to cut off. And that is another hit from the Twins. 0-1. Correa is going to get it into right field as Greinke gives up another hit. Greinke is going to have to get out of a jam here. And gets ahead of Byron Buxton. And gets one back to him. And he's going to get the out here. Now, time for the bottom of the third. Drew Waters here. Inside. Count is full now. Joe Ryan, 40 pitches. Just entered the third. Waters, and he strikes him out. I do like that we're taking a lot of pitches, though. That's 4 strikeouts for Ryan. Now with Bobby Witt Jr. up. That's outside. We've done well in taking pitches. I'm usually a guy who's going to jump on a lot of pitches, but 1-2 now. And he gets it up the middle for a hit. He's reached and he got a hit now, Bobby Witt Jr. Michael Massey up. Second batter in the lineup. That's a strike. Full count. There's Ryan with pitch number 52, and he strikes him out. There goes Bobby Witt Jr., and he's going to get into second for his second steal of the day. Pasquantino now 1-2. And there's a strikeout. Into the third. We head to the fourth, but still a 1-run lead. Giving up a lot of contact today, Greinke. He's given up 4 hits. We've only had 1, which was Bobby Witt in that last one. But Massey is going to get that one. And they say he was safe. What? There's no way Jorge Polanco was safe. I'm definitely challenging that. There was no way he was safe. That was weird. I pressed the button to go to first base, but I had to press it again for some strange reason. He's well out. That's a bad call. That's a really bad call. Although there it's showing him that he's safe. But he was definitely out from the first viewing. Okay, fine. They got the right call. Miranda got a nice hit earlier, and he's here again, working the count 3-2. And he's going to get his second hit of the day. Another single. Zach's giving up a lot of contact, but that was a nice pitch. Nice cutter on the inside corner. But he's giving up a lot of contact, and he's allowing guys to get on base. And he does have the veteran poise to get out of it. But there's another walk, so 2 guys now on base. 2 out. And that was left up to hit, but we get away with it. Joey Gallo could have crushed that. And there's another foul ball. As I said, Zach is a veteran pitcher. He can get out of jams, but he's giving up a lot of contact that I don't like. But can he get out of another jam? He's done it already today, and Gallo chases one, and he gets out of the 4th. Full count for Perez. Joe Ryan in the 62nd pitch, and that one's a ball. Okay, I don't know about that one. Maybe something to balance the books from earlier. Zach's getting up there on pitches now, and he's left up a lot of contact today, even though he's got out of the jam a lot today. But there's Gordon, who's going to get run down there by Waters. There's Correa, and he's going to walk him on the circle change inside. I do think this will probably be the last batter he faces today, but he strikes him out with the curveball. Again, the 5th. And that is the end of the day for Zach Greinke. We're going to bring in Dylan Coleman, who has very good looking numbers from last year. So he is going to be the man that's going to take the 6th. Jorge Polanco is going to ground out the 1st. And next is Jose Miranda. I think Zach Greinke did reasonably well today. 5 innings of work, but not quite the quality start. But put a 0 on the board. That's another ground ball to first base, so Coleman doing well. Next is Christian Vasquez. That's low. At 97. That one's going to be in play. Christian Vasquez gets a single. That one's outside. 1-2 now to Kepler. And there is a strikeout. 1-1. Kenta Maeda came in for the Minnesota Twins, and he's left up a single to Michael Massey for our 2nd hit of the day. We have not been good offensively. And we're going to ground into the double play here. There it is. Nice play by the Twins. And here's Perez. 1-2. And there's a strikeout, then the 6th. Josh Stonewall is next. We want to keep my reliever somewhat fresh. And there's his first strikeout of the day of Joey Gallo. Donovan Solano, 2 outs. That's in there for a strike. And he's going to hit that out to left field, but Edward Oliveira is going to take care of it, and we're now in the bottom of the 7th. Reyes, 0-2 here. That one's low. We haven't got much offense here today. A few hits. Minnesota have been arguably better, but we've been able to get out of jams all day. Reyes hits one into right field, maybe hitting foul. No, it's a home run! Franmil Reyes with a 95 mile per hour exit velocity, 335 feet off the foul post. Hey, we double our lead with a Franmil Reyes solo homer. Probably not the type of hit he was expecting here, but it does the job. Aroldis Chapman, here comes the Cuban flamethrower. And he strikes out Correa. Gotta finish this one out. Buxton 1-2 now. Maybe strikeout number 2, and there it is with the slider. Chapman looks really good. I was looking forward to pitching with Chapman this year with the Royals. I don't necessarily believe that I'm very good at this game, but I do think I'm better at pitching than I am at hitting. I think we've seen that today as well. That actually hit him, but he swung at it, so that's 1-2. Can he strike out the side? No, Polanco hits this into play, but Waters will take care of it. And there's the 8th. Scott Barlow is going to close this for us here. 2-run lead. Can he do it? A good year last year, Barlow. But Jose Mirando, 2 for 3 today. Had a good day. Just not been able to capitalize. Miranda thought he was getting ball number 4, but that was definitely in the zone. And now it's a full count. Barlow, can he close the first game for us here? Miranda's his first out. Can he get it? The 3-2 pitch. Got him with the fastball. 1 out. Vasquez is next. And 0-2 here. 8 pitches in for Barlow. Vasquez makes contact. And Vasquez is going to get that into right center field and possibly get the first extra base hit here today. A double. Of course, we had the home run earlier. That's the first one that's had an extra base that's stayed in the park. 3-1 to Kepler. And he's going to sneak one past the first baseman. But they're not going to test Dozier. Barlow in a jam. Joey Gallo. That one's low. Runners at the corners. That one's also low. 2-0. And that one's called a strike. 2-1. And that one's right down the middle. Got away with that one. 2-2. Now the count is full. Gordon on deck. And there's a strikeout with the slider on the inside. Really nice pitch as well. Nick Gordon is the final out of the day. That one's low. Barlow has looked a bit inconsistent. He's hit some of his spots, but that one's going to ground to second base, and the Royals will get off to the perfect start to their season, winning on the opening day and shutting out the Twins. 2-0. We did not have a very good day, but we'll take the win. Good game for Zach Greinke. Had a good few strikeouts, no earned runs, but he did leave up a lot of contact, which I was happy he was able to get out of. But rather an unusual scoreline to see, with us only having 5 hits. Next up, Brady Singer is going to face Pablo Lopez for our second game of the series. Singer had a pretty good year last year. I'm very excited for Singer in the future here. Starts off 0-2 to Nick Gordon. Oof, that was a good circle change, but he doesn't get the call. And that one's foul. Brady Singer, 1-2 to Nick Gordon. And he gets his first strikeout of the day with a low sinker. Carlos Correa for his final out of the first inning. Calls it off. And that one's way outside. Can you get a clean first here, Brady Singer? Oof, that one could have been trouble, but it's foul. 1-2. And they say he goes! Strikeout, and he ends the first inning. 0-2 to Bobby Witt Jr. now. He's been very good so far for us this year. And he sneaks a single past the first baseman. Really well done by Bobby Witt Jr. so far this season. I think he's 3 for 4 with a walk. Massey's up next. And Witt's going to try and steal. And that is steal number 3 for the season. 2-2 to Michael Massey. And he's going to get one into the left center field gap. And that's going to be enough to bring Bobby Witt Jr. home. We get another run in the first, much like the opening game of the series. Perez gets some nice contact. That one goes into the right center field gap. And for our first extra base hit of the season, and another RBI as we go 2 up. Reyes had that home run in the first game, but it's going to go right back to the pitcher, and that's going to end the first. He gets that one in after a 3-0, but now it's 3-1. A little bit more to work with now against Byron Buxton. He leaves it up, and Buxton smashes it to left field. First home run we've left up of the season. And it's Brady Singer who leads it up. That one's way more impressive than Reyes' one yesterday. Miranda had a very good day in our first outing, and Waters can't quite get there, but Dozier's going to cut it out there to make sure he doesn't get double. 2 down. Max Kepler's up. That one's in the strike zone. A slider low. And another slider low. He's been good with that slider so far today, Singer. I like where it's been at. And he gets into the strikeout. We go to the bottom of the second. Waters, 0-0. And Drew Waters has absolutely mashed this one to right field. And he just matched Byron Buxton in the last inning. And we get our 2-run lead back. Full count for Bobby Witt Jr. And that's a walk. Can we get a 2-out rally going here? Massey had a hit earlier. And he's going to get a second one here. Another single for Massey. 2 down, 2 on base. Vinny Pasquantino is up next. The first baseman, 1-2. And he's also going to get a hit. And that's going to be enough for Witt to round the base and get our first run of the day. Vinny Pasquantino gets his, I'm going to say, second RBI of the season. Salvador Perez, 2 down still, 1-1. That one's hit well. That could go, but it's at the warning track, and that's going to end the second. Good inning, though, showing more offense today. Full count, and Gallo is going to get a walk. He didn't go. Gordon, another full count. This one's grounded. It's going to be a double play ball. Massey with Pasquantino for a 4-6-3 double play. Here we are in the 5th. 0-1 for Christian Vasquez. He fouls that one off. And that one's going to get in here. Olivares is going to cut it off. No extra bases for you. Three and 0 to Joey Gallo. And that's a strike. Singer's done well here. 3-1. That one's fouled off. Through 4 innings and 2/3. He's only given up 1 run. I think he's been hitting his spots. And he gets the call! And strikes out Gallo in the 5th. 0-1 for Pasquantino. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. That's another hard hit single to Pasquantino, his 2nd of the day. Edward Olivares, 1 and 2, 2 out. And he's going to be struck out looking. That'll end the 5th. We've been hitting the ball hard today. Griffin Jacks, the pitcher, 0-2 for Nicky Lopez. And he hits one hard to the right center field gap. And this is going to be extra bases and possibly our 5th run of the day. And there we go. RBI double for Nicky Lopez. Now in the 7th, 3-1 to Christian Vasquez. Brady Singer to get out of the 7th. Ground to Lopez, and that's going to end it for Brady Singer. 7 really good innings. Only giving up 3 hits. Michael Massey, 2 for 3 today. 1 and 2. Facing Kenta Maeda. And he's going to get another hit today. He gets on first base here at the bottom of the 7th. Olivares, 1 and 0. 2 out. And he mashes one into left center field. Does it have the legs? And it's a home run for Edward Olivares. And brings home 2 more runs for this Kansas City Royals team. 7-1. We're starting hot this season. Josh Staumont here in on the 9th. Minnesota did get a run back. But 2 down, 2 on. Staumont 0-2 to Joey Gallo. This is to end it. And that one's a ball. It didn't go. That one's fouled off. He's had a few innings here today, Staumont, but he's going to get the strikeout here, and the Royals win 7-2. We popped off offensively today. 2 home runs from Olivares and Drew Waters. But Singer, 3 hits allowed, 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts, and 7 innings. Very good outing for the young pitcher. The future is bright for Brady Singer. And now we have our final game of the day as Jordan Lyles faces Sonny Gray in the final game of this series against the Twins. Let's see if we can get the sweep here. He's not got great numbers from last year, Jordan Lyles. 4.42 ERA, 1.39 whip. Let's see if he can improve on that this season. Here is Nicky Lopez in the third. That one's going to be 0-1. 167. Hasn't really got off to a very fast start, Nicky Lopez, and that just shows it with a bad swinging strike there on a ball inside. But it's going to be an inside-out hit here for Nicky Lopez. He gets on first base here in the third. Hunter Dozier, 1.43 average, 1-0 here. Man on first, and he's going to get that one down for a single. Bobby Witt Jr., 1 down, 2 on base, 1-1. Sonny Gray with his 31st pitch of the day. And it's going to be a double play ball, and that's going to end the third. Jordan Lyles, 52 pitches here in the fourth. That one's a really nice sinker on the inside. Maybe a little bit further down, but not bad at all. Jordan Lyles has actually been very good. I expected him to struggle maybe, third pitcher in the lineup, but he's done well so far. And gets a strikeout to go to the bottom of the fourth. 1 down for Vinny Pasquantino here. 0-2, and that one's going to get blocked by the shortstop, but he's going to beat it out. Pasquantino gets on first here in the bottom of the fourth. Salvador Perez, 2 balls, 0 strikes, 1 out. And that one's going to be back up the middle for a single. 2 on, 1 out for Edward Olivares. Had a home run in that last game. That's a bad swinging strike there on the sinker inside. But I do like the way Olivares has played so far. And that's a well hit one to left field. And it's going to get out for Olivares' second home run in 2 games. Olivares starting off the season hot in these first 2 games. And that's a 3-run home run. Now to Jordan Lyles here in the 5th, 2-2. Jose Miranda's been pretty good so far in this series. And he's going to get another one through. Waters cuts it out. Single for Miranda. Joey Gallo. And he's going to get extra bases here. One's going to score. And maybe 2. Yes, 2 home for Minnesota. Joey Gallo with a 2 RBI double. Inside for Donovan Solano. 2 down. That one's hit well to right field. But Gallo has continued to run there. And he's out. Drew Waters had the home run yesterday. And that one's going to get down for an automatic double. But he would be left stranded. 90 pitches, and that's 91 there for Jordan Lyles against Jose Miranda here in the 6th. Had some success with walks today. He's only 1 for 1, so he's being patient. That one's fouled off. And there's strike 3. Edward Olivares, 1 for 2. And he's going to get one through the first baseman as he gets on base here in the bottom of the 6th. Here is Nicky Lopez. 1 for 1. 2 down. Jorge Alcala, the pitcher. He hits one shallow, but it's going to be caught. That'll end the 6th. Dylan Coleman's now in as he faces Joey Gallo. Here's 2-2. And that one's in the dirt. Full count. Fouled off. And that's going to be grounded to first. Aroldis Chapman in the 8th now. 2 down. 1 more to go, and it's Carlos Correa who's up. That one's hit, grounded to second, but Pasquantino doesn't field it cleanly, and that's going to be an error. Could have had him out there. He's going to have to get Byron Buxton instead. That's 1-2. Strike him out. Yes! And that'll go to the bottom of the 8th. MJ Melendez has been subbed in here. See if he can get a hit. It's 2-2. That one's fouled off. Pitch number 6. And that one is going to get down. MJ Melendez is going to get a single. A little bit of a blooper. Perez gets the full count. 1 down. 1 for 3 for the day. And he's going to walk. 2 down for Reyes and 2 on. Oh, he's just early and that one's going to go foul. Could have given some real insurance for Scott Barlow in the 9th. And there's another early one, but 1 and 2. And he strikes him out. And we will go into the 9th with a 1-run lead. 2 down for Barlow. And that slurve catches the outside to sweep the Twins in the series to start the season. He gets the strikeout, and the Kansas City Royals have gotten off to a very good start to this season. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I really didn't think that we were going to do much in these first 3 games. I thought we were going to struggle with the pitching of the Twins, but we got 8 hits. Today we had a lot of hits in the last game as well. Got off to a slow start offensively in the first game, but did well. I don't necessarily think I'm fantastic at this game in terms of hitting, but I was really patient today, and I think that's the way we're going to have to work it. We simmed through the first week of the season here, and we are 5-4. So we are in pretty good position here as we head into next week. I'm looking at maybe facing the Angels down there later in the month for our next video. But that's all we have time for here today. I am going to try and do my best to cut this down to a reasonably sized video. I don't want this to go over an hour. So it might be a little bit fast for this first episode, but we'll get to slow it down and go through the statistics a little bit more in later episodes. Maybe the longer format fits this better. We'll have to wait and see. But I do want to keep it as low as possible in terms of time, so that you guys don't have to commit to an hour and a half long video. And I could easily have done one with the amount of footage for this game, but in future episodes of this series we will be able to do maybe one full game, maybe a few player locks, so there won't be as many at-bats and pitching at-bats to show you. So I would like to thank each and every one of you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, really helps the channel and the video. And we'll see you in the next one, guys. Hope you have a great day, and peace out.